Hello, hello! My name is Kallista, and welcome back to NieR Replicant. In the last episode, we made a quick pit stop at the area. We wanted to give the letter to the flower seller's girlfriend. It seems that she's gone missing, though. She's no longer here. Now, we did encounter a very large shade with a freesia. Did the shade kill her? Or did she become a shade because she was so upset, so distressed at having been left behind by her lover? It is, in my opinion, a very interesting question. Now, I don't want to fuck with y'all. I don't need to fuck with y'all. I'm just gonna go. Now, piss off. Y'all can piss off. We need to head to the Forest of Myth to see what's going on with them. We had a weird dream. Popola got sent a very strange letter. So let's see. Map, if you please. Okay, so it's not up the ledge. It's round this way. Let's not piss off the boar either. I fought you once. I befriended one of y'all. I don't need to fuck with you guys. We can just go. Oh, not before grabbing you. Thank you. Okay, to the Forest of Myth. Very cute.
It sure is quiet here.
Such silence bodes ill. There's trouble on the way. I'm certain of it.
You know, a little optimism now and then wouldn't hurt, Vice.
Such cheek.
Nah, I'm with Weiss. I'm with Weiss. This... Things can't go well. Things never go well. Also, don't mind me, I'm just taking your shit. Okay, hello there, sir. That is a beautiful tree. That is stunning. Oh, this place has such a dreamlike vibe to it. You know, with the music, it's kind of making me a wee bit sleepy. And with the letter, you know, we're having a dream problem with dream issue, dream, evil, dream, curse. I'm just like, okay. This is... NieR, I get that you are a glass half full kind of guy, but I am completely with Weiss here. Completely. Bad shit will happen.
Beware the words.
The words? What do you mean?
Contagious words.
Okay, if the words are contagious, then maybe we should back it up and cover our ears.
Those who dream.
Those who dream?
Hold a moment. There is a strange new sensation in my mind.
What the... Hi? Vice's voice rose in a quizzical way.
It is not quizzical.
What's going on?
The villager's body shuddered as he slowly opened his eyes.
Perhaps we should start by asking this man.
Who are you?
We heard something happened to this village, so we came to see if we could help.
The mayor stared at NieR and Weiss.
If you can speak to me, I must have caught you in my dream.
In your dream?
The mayor explained. In the past weeks, a mysterious disease called the Death Dream had spread across the Forest of Myth. Those who caught it were cursed to fall asleep and live forever within the world of their own dreams. The village mayor had determined the death dream was spread from person to person by spoken words, but before he could learn more, the disease took him as well. Vice stared at the mayor, his mouth twitching. I'm liking this. It's different.
Now see here. Are you saying that we have been absorbed into your dream?
Well, yes. I think you have.
And the more we talk to him, the more we become absorbed. The blackness takes over. Oh, this is cool.
In other words, we've caught the death dream?
Before the mayor could confirm NieR's suspicions, Vice exploded with rage.
Ridiculous. Preposterous. Completely unfathomable on every conceivable level. I don't even recall falling asleep.
That's just how the death dream works.
Though polite, the mayor was clearly trying to brush aside the book's remarks.
My remarks are not to be brushed aside, fool.
The narrator disagrees. The mayor twisted his mouth into an embarrassed grimace, then quickly changed the subject to who NieR had seen and what they had discussed since coming to the village.
Something there must have caused you to enter my dream. A certain conversation, a specific word, something.
What, you're the only one we've been speaking to. NieR and Vice racked their brains but could find no easy solutions. There were simply too many words to consider, too much random chatter, too many meaningless conversations. We just got here.
Grimoire Vice does not engage in meaningless conversations.
The mere suggestion that Vice chose his words carelessly seemed to sting his pride.
It does not seem to sting my pride, you bloated gasbag of a narrator. It has demolished it utterly.
Irritated, Vice looked skyward, as if searching for answers in the heavens.
I was doing no such thing.
Yes, you were.
Just leave me alone already.
No. The anger created by his harsh words bled over to NieR like a contagion. Oh. Do we not get any voice? Is this all up to me? Has this become a visual novel? It's a black screen, but like, has this basically become a visual novel? Okay. Wait, said NieR suddenly. Did someone just say contagion? Yes, I believe so. What of it? Well, that villager told us to watch out for contagious words, right? The mayor leaned forward with renewed interest, pushing a startled Vice aside in the process. He must have said something, right? Asked the mayor. Some specific combination of words. What was it? It was about dreaming, or something that dreams, or... Oh, what the hell was it? A sheep? Cried Vice suddenly, blurting out the first thing that popped into his head. The others stared at him for a moment before slowly shaking their heads. After a few more minutes of thought, NieR's face suddenly lit up. I remember, he said. Those who dream. That's what he said, I'm sure of it. At this, the mayor produced a thick sheaf of papers from his pocket. He flipped through them a few times before finally nodding his approval at NieR. That sounds right, he said, as a stray sheet of paper fluttered to the ground. My notes also mentioned something about that. I bet it was the last thing you heard before you fell asleep. The mayor shook his head, his worn pencil stub tracing lines across a lone piece of paper. For the last month, I've done nothing but study the disease we call the death dream, he said. I mean, I'm the mayor, right? It's my job to protect people from whatever comes along. But I never expected a couple of outsiders to start entering people's dreams. The mayor paused, a grimace crossing his face. I should probably be taking notes or something. Vice immediately fired back. I applaud the force of will it takes to research disease in your dreams, he said. But perhaps you should bend your efforts to escaping this place instead of trying to understand it. The mayor's hand tightened around his pencil, snapping off the tip. I've tried to escape. From the very first moment I realized I was locked inside my own dream, I've been looking for a way out, but I don't think it exists. I mean, this is my dream, right? If there was an exit, I'd know about it. He paused for a moment, his unfocused eyes staring at nothing. I do apologise if you can hear my stomach crumbling. I am rather hungry. My village was beautiful, he said to no one in particular, and it was filled with the most wonderful people you could ever hope to meet. But once this disease took hold, things changed. It's like someone took a sponge and sucked all the colour out of our lives. I just want us to be whole again. I want us to be free. And I won't stop trying until it happens. NieR nodded in agreement. Huh? Wait a second, I didn't nod. Look, if we can be of any help, said NieR, just ask. Now, hold on, I did not just say that. Silence, cried Weiss. The grimoire looked from NieR to the mayor and back again, his face filling with confidence. Grimoire Weiss's face is always confident, thank you very much. Now see here, Mayor, you told us that nothing can exist in this dream without your knowing of it. But yet you seemed surprised to see us when we first arrived, yes? The mayor slowly raised his head, realization dawning on his face. Oh my god, he said, you're right. You're right, I had no idea you were coming. The human imagination is a limitless engine, said Weiss, and dreams are the fuel. If you can imagine an exit, then it must be so. With your permission, we shall search his hand. Thank you, said the mayor. I don't know how I can repay you. Payment is not required. We are as eager as you to be done with this place. The mayor suddenly felt as if he could breathe again. He'd almost forgotten what it was like. Good luck, you two, he called at the departing forms of NieR and Weiss. We are all counting on you. As NieR slowly faded into the misty forest, the mayor was struck by a sense of déjà vu. The fact that the music has cut out tells me that this is probably going to be important. I saw this man once before, he thought. But where? Oh. What do you mean by that? Ooh. NieR's mood darkened as he trudged through the forest. Hours earlier, when the beauty of the place was still a new thing, he'd been confident they could get in, find the exit, and be home in time for dinner. But the deeper they went, the more the forest closed in around him. The mist made it difficult to see more than a foot in any direction, and moss-covered rocks seemed determined to twist his ankle. More than once he'd been forced to steady himself on the rough bark of a tree, and his hands now left small trails of blood on everything he touched. Additionally, Weiss was proving to be a spectacularly poor travelling companion. Unhindered by either terrain or physical effort, he spent most of his time urging NieR to pick up the pace and grumbling about their slow progress. Finally, after Weiss muttered something about legless turtles being more adept at navigating the environment, NieR snapped. Okay, Weiss, cram it for a second, would you? You don't have to walk. NieR leaned against a tree and tried to stretch the knots from his back. How can this stupid forest be so big, he muttered to himself. The moment the words tumbled from his mouth, a cacophony of insects sprang to life. Every imaginable form of buzz, click, and hiss roared out at a volume that rattled his teeth. NieR slapped his hands over his ears and screamed to be heard. Weiss, what's going on? NieR could see Weiss's mouth moving, but he might as well have been shouting in a tornado. The insects screamed, the forest howled. And then, just as NieR's ears seemed ready to tear from his head and go running for cover, the sound diminished. Hesitantly, he removed the hand from his left ear and listened to the creatures of the woods. Zree, 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 zree. Shak, shak, shak. Ch-ch-chee, ch-ch-chee, ch-ch-chee. What kind of animal makes that noise? The others, I'm like, yeah, this all makes sense, but what animal makes that noise? Woo-woo-woo-ma, woo-woo-woo-ma. As the insect symphony dimmed another decibel, NieR began to detect patterns in the sound. This isn't random, he thought. It's not just white noise, it's something else. The insects weren't just calling out, they were asking a question. 1 with it is lacking, 2 with it is ideal, 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? By my pages! Is this a riddle? I guess so. I mean, it feels sort of forced, but maybe it's the key to getting out of this place. Then I leave it to you to answer. 1 with it is lacking, 2 with it is ideal, 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? The answer is a secret. The answer is a seesaw. How should I... No, it's a secret. It's a secret. If only 1 has it, then that's a piss poor secret. 2 with it, ooh, isn't this scandalous? 3, oh shit, what if someone tells? It's a secret. Inwardly furious that Vice left the task to him, NieR sighed and gave the only answer that made sense. It's a secret. Right? The sound of the insects stopped as suddenly as it began. The forest undergrowth parted before NieR like a rippling wave, opening a new path. These forest arthropods are making a road for us, said Vice with glee. Pleased at passing the test, NieR moved on with new intensity. The path offered his body relief from the undergrowth, but gave even greater cheer to his mind. As long as they were on a path, their journey had a purpose. I guess the forest has accepted us, huh? Said NieR after a bit. Vice spun around to face his companion. Do not mistake the will of this forest for some happy pet you can suddenly befriend. We have no idea where this path leads. As Vice finished speaking, the pair turned a corner and found themselves facing a clear forest spring. Smiling, NieR picked up a small rock and sent it skipping across the surface of the water. Good heavens, said Vice. His surprise was understandable. Each time the rock struck the surface of the water, a musical note rang out. When the rock finally stopped moving and sank to the bottom of the spring, the ripples it left behind came together to form words. I enter through the window but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? Absurdly easy, barked Vice. Now answer it. NieR grit his teeth and tried not to reach out and strangle his companion. He's right after all, this one is pretty easy. I enter through the window but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? It's sunlight. 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 A plume of water suddenly burst from the spring. Sunlight filtered through the trees and reflected off the plume, creating a shimmering rainbow that spanned the entire horizon. In all my years, said Vice softly, I have never seen such a sight. Perhaps I have misunderstood the intentions of this place. Hey, look, cried NieR, awaking Vice from his daze. There's a house or something over there. Glancing in the direction of his friend's extended hand, Vice saw a small cottage nestled among the trees. Oh, we're his friend? Well, NieR's his friend. Oh, that's sweet. That's weird, isn't it, Vice? I mean, who would build a house all the way out here? NieR walked over and pounded on the door. After a minute of solid banging, the door cracked open and a small man peered out. His body was cloaked from neck to toe in a large black cape, while his face was obscured by mist. Began NieR, but before he could get any further, the cloaked man held up a hand and began speaking. I have 4 legs in the morning and 2 at... What the fuck is with this music? That startled me. I have 4 legs in the morning and 2 at noon, but end the night with 3 what... Well, this is the riddle of the Sphinx. NieR tried to ask the cloaked man who he was and what he was doing there, but he simply repeated the question. If we wish to engage this man in conversation, said Vice, it seems we must answer his riddle. Yeah, I suppose, said NieR. Well, at least it's an easy one. I have 4 legs in the morning and 2 at noon, but end the night with 3. What am I? A man. This is interesting. A man, a demon, an angel. That's... A man. The mist dissolved from the cloaked figure as he spoke a single word. Correct. With that, the man flung his garment aside, revealing his true identity. "You're the mayor!" cried NieR. The small man slowly shook his head. "I am not the mayor you know. Now listen to my words. Long ago, I saw a version of you that was not yourself." Sorry? What's that mean?" "It will make sense in time. At present, I simply congratulate you on cracking the seal of the Death Dream. Now you must go to the person at the forest entrance." With that, the man turned on his heel and slammed the door behind him. As NieR watched, mist swept up from the ground and enveloped the cottage, erasing it from existence. When NieR and Weiss returned to the forest entrance, they found the mayor leaning against a tree. As soon as he caught sight of the duo, he sprang to his feet and scrambled over to them. "Good gravy," he cried. "You made it! You actually made it back!" His left hand grasped NieR's and pumped it so fiercely it threatened to dislodge from the socket, while his right seized Weiss by the cover and swung him through the air. "Gah! By the heavens, stop shaking me, fool! We have not even told you if we were successful or not." The mayor smiled broadly and shook his head. "I'm just happy you're alive. I didn't think I'd ever see you again." NieR withdrew himself from the mayor's eager handshake with a slight smile. "We broke the Death Dream seal," he said. "At least, I think we did." The mayor's face beamed as NieR filled him in on the details. When the tale was done, the three of them laid down on the forest ground and fell asleep. NieR cocked his head. "Okay, hang on a second. This is crazy. Why would we just lay down and go to sleep? Because if that's what the narrator says you do, then that's what you do. Cease your endless prattle and go to sleep, fool. Fighting against the rules of this place is futility itself." NieR and the mayor obediently reclined atop the grassy earth. "Have you forgotten," continued Weiss, "it is words that control the Death Dream, words that allow us to move from place to place. No matter how unnatural they seem, the words are absolute. Therefore, if the words tell us to sleep, then sleep we shall. And once we do, the story will continue." With that, the trio found their eyes growing heavy, their breath slowing. "This is the first time," began the mayor. "The first time I have felt tired since I was imprisoned here." His words were cut off by a loud, long yawn, and he remembered nothing more. They might have slept for an hour or a year. When they awoke, things had a slightly more real quality to them. The mist felt thicker, the leaves greener. It was clear that they had awakened from their dream. "Hey!" NieR shook the mayor's shoulders gently. "Good news," he said. "I think we made it." "Oh, wow," said the mayor in an awed voice. "We did. I'm back." He blinked once, and then again, as if not quite believing the sight before him. "You two have no idea how much this means. The Death Dream was spreading through our village and I wanted to... Well, I thought I could figure out how to stop it, but I guess that wasn't the case. I must have caught the disease and become trapped in my own dream." The mayor started to stand, then collapsed back to the earth. He stared at his legs as if trying to remember how they worked, then glanced at NieR and shrugged. Without a word, the young man reached down and pulled the mayor to his feet. "Real life may take some getting used to," said the mayor, as a wry smile crossed his lips. "You shall relearn in short order, I am sure," said Weiss. "For now, you should return to your home and rest." "No," said the mayor, swaying on unsteady feet. "No, I cannot. Some of the villagers are still trapped in the Death Dream. I have to save them." The mayor slowly made his way to the divine tree in the center of the village, then bowed his head and prayed silently. "This is a holy tree," he explained, when the prayer was finished. "It's the guardian of our village's history and memories." "Superstition will only make our mission harder," muttered Weiss. "We should not put our faith in the gods." The mayor shook his head. "Not the gods, the words. Legend says that our tree is home to a powerful magic known as a sealed verse." NieR and Weiss could not contain their surprise. It seemed a goal had been found in the most unexpected of places. I say, muttered Vice, this is certainly a stroke of luck. As the three of them said their goodbyes, NieR mentioned the strange man who had given them the third riddle and the mysterious words he had left them with. I once saw a version of you that was not yourself, muttered the mayor. What in the world does that mean? Lost in thought, he stared into space for a long moment. You know, he said softly, this is going to sound odd, but I had a feeling I'd seen you before too. NieR tried to keep a straight face and failed, but the mayor didn't seem to notice. Deja vu, right? Anyway, I figure it's just some kind of illusion created by the death dream. It probably doesn't mean anything. No, it probably means something. NieR gave the mayor a nod and a smile, but inwardly his thoughts were racing. There's something wrong about the mayor and his words. And what exactly is going on here? The riddle would prove to be the most difficult one of all.
Oh, thank you so much.
Hey!
Now I can finally return to a normal life.
Well, that's good.
This is one of the most bizarre diseases I have ever encountered.
I know. That's why we have to help the other villagers, no matter what.
Obtained a sealed verse. Obtained dark execution magic. Summon magical spikes from the ground to impale enemies. Charge to increase the number of... Yeah, I remember this. I remember this from the opening. Ooh.
For a sealed verse, that didn't take much effort.
No, it didn't.
Yes, all a touch too easy, if you ask me. It's almost as if someone was guiding us to this village.
Yeah, I mean, who sent the letter? Popola received a letter. Who sent it? The mayor seems to have been asleep for a while. And if all the other villagers are asleep, then who sent it?
Don't overthink it, Vice.
No, overthink it! Overthink it! Weird shit is happening! Do you have anything else to say?
Now I can finally return to a normal life.
This is one of the most bizarre diseases I have ever encountered.
I know. That's why we have to help the other villagers, no matter what.
Okay. Okay. No, okay. How many villages are there? 2? Anyone hiding over yonder? No. Okay, so it just seems to be the 2 of them. Don't mind me. Again, I'm just stealing from you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, I only have about 3 minutes left on my timer, so I'm gonna bring this episode to a close right here. That was really cool. That was really cool. I really liked that. It was a nice change of pace. It was a nice change of pace from like, oh, go to this location, fight some enemies, go to that location, fight some enemies, have a boss fight. Like, I really like this section. This is really cool, but yeah, I'm with Vice. I'm with Vice. Something weird is going on here. We got that sealed verse way too easily. And who in the hell sent that letter? Because I don't think the mayor could have. So who has done this? Who has done it? Something's going on behind the scenes. Something that we can't see, but something is going on here. Oh. Well, that makes me suspicious. That makes me suspicious. However, my suspicions will have to wait until another episode. So until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. A special thanks to my channel members such as SM2K. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching and see you in the next episode.